Alright, here we go. Two burly boys played Pokemon in their youth. One had to grow up, the other stayed true. Now the large grown-up child can name all of them, but the other guy probably 510. Now what can they do? Why don't they review? Now we'll talk about them till we die.
Die? Welcome, everybody. I'm Frank.
And I'm Joachim.
And this is your Certified Poke Moment, where we feature and talk about one Pokemon evolution line every week.
Today's featured Pokemon is...
Oh, boy. Vanilluxe! Oh, wow. I've been waiting for this moment.
It certainly is a food Pokemon.
Are you one of those people? Are you one of those fools who thinks that this is a bad Pokemon just because it looks like an ice cream cone?
Yeah, I am.
You're cringe.
Grimer's a bad Pokemon.
You are, well...
Vanilluxe, because I know you're going to be like, oh, Gen 1 had Pokemon. Yeah, they're ugly and stupid.
Whoa. What's happening?
Hatred. My body is 50% vinegar, 50%
piss.
More vinegar.
No, I mean, you're absolutely right. Everybody who complains about Vanillite, the whole line, are Gen 1ers. That's the thing. That's why I don't get why you also hate this Pokemon. Look at how cute Vanillite is.
Stupid.
All right, let's actually talk about this Pokemon.
Should be a little critter that grows into a standing cat. That is a Pokemon.
A Pokemon has to be a purple rat that turns into a brown rat.
I love Rattata, but it's downgraded to Raticate.
Yeah, Raticate's nothing.
It loses its spine. It just becomes a head.
It just becomes a giant hairball of nothing else, yeah. All right, let's actually talk about this line. Vanillite is a solo ice type and is known as the fresh snow Pokemon.
Aww.
It then evolves into Vanilluxe at level 35, where it is now the icy snow Pokemon, still solo ice, and then finally at level 47, because Gen 5 loved their late level evolutions, we have Vanilluxe, the snowstorm Pokemon. Still solo ice.
They looked at that and thought, not the snowstorm, as they licked this stupid head.
I mean, it's just ice.
It is just ice.
It is a sentient icicle that mimics ice cream cones.
What texture do you think its head is?
Snow, like fresh fallen snow.
If you poured like strawberry syrup on it, right?
Oh, I think this Pokemon would make a great snow cone.
How far into its head do you think the syrup would soak?
So, we can talk about this now if you want to, but have you ever seen Vanillite without the little ice cream swirls on top of it?
No, I haven't.
So I guess in the comics, or somewhere like that, Vanillite, all the snow on its head melted, and
it's horrible.
Yeah, it's just a little...
Oh, it's so ugly without the snow. I hate that little nose dot in the middle.
Yeah, it's just an ice sphere.
So for what this picture looks like is it's just like a little blue head guy with a little ice cream cone body. But they gave him like a little dot nose, like he was a Mickey Mouse comics character, where they just represent a stupid little dog nose by a dot.
Yeah.
I hate it. That's one of the worst noses you can put on a cartoon character.
I don't know where this comic originates, but it exists. I believe it's canon, and so yeah, we have a bald Vanillite. I'm assuming this can happen to the whole line, but I don't know if there's actual evidence that isn't just fan art where this can be seen.
Oh, I hate that nose.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of just dot noses.
Yeah, dot noses are the worst. Okay, looking at like Vanilluxe, I like that. It's cute.
Vanilluxe is cute. I was always really confused.
Vanilluxe?
No, the final evolution is Vanilluxe, the double scoop.
So Vanilluxe is just a one scoop.
Vanilluxe is the middle evolution. Yeah. Yes. This guy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's Vanilluxe.
I don't hate him in 3D. I think I actually prefer him in 3D.
Really? Yeah. So this is one of the very few Pokemon.
Because it was seeing, I liked the Gen 2, or not Gen 2, the 2D sprites were so great, especially in Gen 5.
Yeah.
And then I remember just seeing Vanilluxe and being annoyed of like, that's just an ice cream cone. But in 3D, it's kind of like,
yeah,
it's kind of charming.
It is. Okay, good. See, I'm really glad to hear you say that. Let's do Pokedex entries first, early on. I think we should start doing those early on more often. Do you want to do Vanillite's black and white entries?
Yeah. I almost said cold storage because that's where you find it.
Hey!
Flavor text. From black. The temperature of their breath is negative 58 degrees Fahrenheit. They create snow crystals and make snow fall in the areas around them. And then the white entry. This Pokemon formed from icicles bathed in energy from the morning sun. It sleeps buried in snow. That's very cute.
That is.
I wonder if it sleeps buried upside down, like its little head in the snow. That's so
That'd
cute.
be adorable.
So you just walk by and see these little ice cones.
Yeah.
And you pick it up and it's a little vanilla.
And just go,
Vanilla.
I'm going to read Vanillite's Black and White 2 entry, because there's only one for each game. Theoretically, this Pokemon formed from icicles bathed in energy from the morning sun. Their breath is negative 58 degrees Fahrenheit. It's just a combination of the two. This time, though, it does add the word theoretically.
Okay,
so they're making it seem like this isn't confirmed.
It's like the professor looked back through the notes from all these kids, and he's like, okay, that's a little stupid.
That's the stupid thing the professor's going to question?
Yeah.
All right. I am going to read Vanilluxe's black and white entries. From black, snowy mountains are this Pokemon's habitat. During an ancient ice age, they moved to southern areas. Okay?
Oh, okay.
And then white, it conceals itself from enemy eyes by creating many small ice particles and hiding among them. All right. Not much to say.
Yeah, how does it hide its big fat ice cream body within like ice particles?
Remember when we were talking about Frostlass
the
and it had the
snowstorm.
ability like Snow Cloak? Maybe it can hide better in ice storms. I mean, it doesn't have the ability Snow Cloak, but
Yeah. All right, this is for Vanilluxe, the final evolution. This is its black entry. Swallowing large amounts of water, they make snow clouds inside their bodies and attack their foes with violent blizzards.
violent.
Ooh. The Pokemon white entry. If both heads get angry simultaneously, this Pokemon expels a blizzard, burying everything in snow. That's pretty cool.
So if only one of them gets angry, sorry, no
And
blizzards.
the black and white 2 entry is pretty much the same.
Yeah, that's why I didn't bother reading Vanilluxe's.
Turns out Frank had the microphone where it wasn't recording or it was basically face away. If you've ever used a Blue Yeti, there's like a butt mode and then there's a 2 circles mode. I'm not going to call it balls mode.
Okay.
He had it on butt mode.
Yes, if you go to my YouTube channel, Let's Be Frank, I just recently recorded a challenge video where I tried to name 100 women, and my friend Liz was there, like, proctoring it, and I needed the microphone to face us. Yeah, and talk about fake women. Cynthia.
She's fine.
Everybody loves Cynthia.
Cynthia's like, she's cool. But like, Cynthia?
Okay, who's better? Who is your peak Pokey girl?
I'm narrowing down. I'm like, okay, I'm an adult now. So those are children.
So just pick an adult. There are plenty of adult Pokey girls.
I like that. I like the black and white professor lady. That was black
Professor
and white.
Juniper?
That's a lady, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she's fine. I thought, it was cool.
Is that the only adult woman you can think of from the series? Juniper?
No.
What about Professor Sada? You played Violet.
Sada. Oh no, Sada's nice.
Sada's great.
I would rather have Sada than
Turo?
Turo.
Me too. That's why one of the 2 reasons I chose Scarlet. And then she barely appears in the game.
Spoilers? Why are you spoiling this dead person?
The game has been out for a year or
dead.
more.
The 2
well
professors
over
are
a
dead.
year.
They're lifeless husks. Anyways,
Oh yeah. Okay, we need to start doing.
game is dark. That guy's the guy.
What?
Sada's son had to frickin' like
Yeah.
use. Dang.
Yeah, their son had to, this whole time, they thought their parents were just neglectful, borderline abusive. And then he goes to meet them, finally, after what may have been years. And nope, sorry, they're dead. That's just an AI robot you're talking to.
Yeah. That is so sad.
It is a rough.
He had the most
story.
interesting story in Scarlet and Violet.
Absolutely.
I didn't give a hoot about the team.
Team Star.
They were called Team Star.
Yeah.
Yeah, I barely remember that. And
Yeah.
and this stinky little gremlin, Eevee gremlin.
Wait, Penny?
Penny.
You don't like Penny?
Every time I looked at her, I wanted to cringe.
You think she smells bad,
I think she
right?
smells so bad. I only say this because I feel like I knew pennies growing up.
Yeah, I know who you're talking
They
about.
smell like pennies.
All right, I'm so sorry, guys. At least this tangent has been Pokemon related.
Yeah.
Let's get back to talking about these ice cream cones. I want to talk abilities. 1 ability, 1 hidden ability. Only 2 overall. Non-hidden ability is Ice Body. HP is restored by 1/16 of maximum HP when it is hailing. Wait a minute. Back it up. Hold on. Oh, okay. So I was initially looking at their abilities while like reading the Pokedex and stuff, yada yada yada. In Black and White, when initially introduced, Ice Body was their only ability.
Oh.
But I since switched over to Scarlet and Violet to actually read the entries because I knew it had to do with hailing, but hailing doesn't exist anymore, blah, blah, blah. There's a second ability.
Okay.
So there's 2 abilities, 1 hidden ability.
All right.
The other ability is Snow Cloak. Raises the Pokemon's evasion during a hailstorm by 1 level. Isn't that crazy? We were just talking about Snow Cloak.
Oh.
So they do actually have Snow Cloak.
Okay.
So it ties into
That's
Vanilluxe's
so
Pokedex
fitting.
entry. Also, they are still calling it Hail because you cannot find these Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet, only Sword and Shield.
Oh, you can't get Vanillite in Scarlet and Violet? That's
Nope.
so disappointing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then their hidden ability is Weak Armor. When hit by an attack, the Pokemon's defense is lowered by 1 stage, but the speed is increased by 2 stages.
Wait, when hit by a what kind of attack?
An attack.
It's just an attack.
When hit by an
so
attack.
it doesn't have to be physical. It's or special. It is just one of those 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Physical attacks.
Oh, so
Sorry.
it is-
Physical
okay.
attacks to the Pokemon lower its
seems
defense,
right.
but sharply raise its speed.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. That can definitely come in handy. It's scary when your defense gets lowered, but now you're almost guaranteed to outspeed your opponent next turn. So,
Yeah. After we get through is this the end of abilities?
Because
Because I'd be interested what its stats are and what it's gonna play with once it gets its little boost.
Yes, the abilities are the same all the way through.
Before we get into stats, Melanie. Now that's a woman.
Melanie. Okay.
Mother of that weird
Yes,
little incel-looking
yes.
weirdo. What type was he?
He was rock. She's
Rock.
ice,
Yeah.
obviously.
He looks. What version is she in?
I think she was in Shield.
Shield. Okay, that's infinitely better then. 'Cause
Yeah.
Whoever gets the little nerd who looks like what do you call it? What's the valley? The not hidden valley, the ranch, but the valley when the creepy valley, unorthodox valley.
Valley of the Wind?
No,
What? Oh, Uncanny Valley.
He looks uncannily kind of like her, but she's infinitely beautiful, and he's just
Yes,
there.
she is like top tier.
Melanie is number 1.
Yeah. I remember when I played through Shield, because I was a Shield guy, not a Sword guy, I didn't get B, the fighting type, like muscle girl. I got the
She's
stupid
pretty
little ghost kid. But I got Melanie, so I'm like, okay, it evens out.
yeah.
I'm happy. Yeah, okay. I accept
Sorry,
Melanie.
I just got excited because I remember Melanie existed, and I got so happy.
She excites me too. It's okay.
Yeah. Oh, another one of my favorites is the ice type from Scarlet and Violet.
The ice type
One of
from
my-
Scarlet and Violet?
The ice type's gym leader.
Oh,
one
yeah.
of my favorite
that
waifus.
definitely a girl. not a
so
not a
beautiful.
little boy.
Oh, well, hold on. Don't say it. An adult man.
We don't know that. Actually, it might be a retired snowboarder.
Yeah, there we go.
But they're definitely still a little twink. That's okay to say, right? Anyway, stats for Vanilluxe. Base stat total. Honestly, a pretty good base stat total of 535. That's not awful. It's higher than 500, 499.
Yeah.
So I think we're doing all right. HP 71. Attack 95. Not going to need it. Defense 85. Special attack 110. So with not a terrible physical attack stat, you could try and mix it up, but honestly, you're going to want to lean towards special attack. Special defense, 95. Speed, 79. So, not the fastest, but keeping it at 79 just out of 80 was very purposeful. I just don't know the reason. And then defense, special defense, 85, 95. It can take a hit. I would say, unless it's a super effective attack, it can likely take a hit. Defense
It
lowered.
is also ice type.
Yes.
So there's going to be a lot of attacks that do
Super effective.
This sounds like a great time to talk about weaknesses, something I forget to do almost every episode.
You silly Billy.
Times 2 weak to fire, fighting, rock, and steel. That's actually not too bad. We've talked about this before, I think with Regice. It does only have the one resistance itself.
Every generation they don't give more resistances to ice is a failed generation.
It should resist grass. It should resist bug needs buffs. It does. But you could argue it could resist bug. It should resist ghost. What's a ghost gonna do to some ice? I would say make it resist ghost.
Do to a rock?
It should resist poison.
Everything should resist ghost. Every inanimate object type should resist ghost then.
That'd be kind of a funny gimmick, but overpowered. Listen, I genuinely think ice should resist poison. There's no reason why ice is not resistant to poison. But it does only have the 4 weaknesses, which all things considered isn't that bad. I mean, grass has more. And grass is still a pretty
ice and
popular
grass.
type.
Is that a bad type combination? Ice grass?
Yes, because then it's times 4 weak to fire, and then because ice has no resistances, the weaknesses for grass just stay, and then it gains all of ice's. Poor ice types. As we say so often nowadays, you and bug need a buff.
We say that all the time.
We've said that a few times now.
Oh, that's pretty cool. We're pretty cool.
You agree?
I do. I just don't know. Didn't know we say it that often.
It's
like our little thing. It's our what do you call those things? Our phrases, our parables,
our catchphrases.
Our catchphrases. That's the one. Shut up. Keep reading, boy.
Oh. So this just reminded me of something, and don't worry, it's relevant. In our Swalot episode, I said something so incorrect, so stupid.
Oh my gosh.
I had said that if Swalot gained an evolution that was normal poison, it would be the first normal poison type.
This is Grafii erasure.
Yep, but that is not the case because Shroodle and Grafii were just introduced.
Dang.
And
you look so dumb right now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all of you. I have let you down.
All the Grafii stands out there.
If you're a Grafii stan, you know what? Rate this 5 stars. Share it with all your friends. All right, whatever.
Because Frank is on the right side of history.
I will always be on the right side of history, no matter what I say. Standard level up moveset for Vanilluxe. Let's go. It gets Weather Ball, which is kind of cool, but you're really only going to be using Weather Ball in the hail, and it gets better ice type attacks. So what would be the point? It does get Freeze Dry, which we've talked about recently. We've been getting a lot of ice types recently with the Glalie and Frost last line, then Regice. We've been talking about ice types a lot. Freeze Dry is great. Icy Wind is great. It's that special attack. Always will lower the Pokemon speed stat. I just learned this recently, but in a double battle, it hits both opponents, lowering both of their speed stats.
But not your own, not your friend.
Not your friend. Nice. So that's really, really good. Ice Beam, obviously. Blizzard, obviously. And it does, at level 60, learn Sheer Cold if you want to roll that dice.
Yeah, what's the odds of that one hitting?
30%. 30% chance for a one-hit KO.
I would always try it. Go through like the Elite Four, and then I would always get disappointed.
And then the Elite Four would always try it on me, and it would work.
Yeah.
Not fair, man. And then as far as TMs go, I'm not really seeing anything that stands out. I mean, you can teach it Rain Dance if you want to. How about Self-Destruct? But then we get to TRs, because again, this is Sword and Shield, and there's not many. This is not many. Hyper Voice, Iron Defense. Okay, Flash Cannon. Flash Cannon would be a really good move. You'd want to teach it. Gosh, I'm trying to think what moves I would teach it. I guess Ice Beam is always a good special ice type attack. Flash Cannon. Ooh, okay. This is bad. This is a really bad level up moveset. One of the worst I think we've talked about so far. I mean, bare minimum, 3 of your attacks are probably just going to have to be different ice type attacks. Like Icy Wind will always lower their speed. Ice Beam will do the most damage unless you want to run Blizzard and take chances. And then Freeze Dry can be super effective against water types. But at the end of the day, they're all still just ice type moves. So I guess this is probably one of the Pokemon you'd want to play defensively. Use Acid Armor. The user alters its cellular structure to liquefy itself, sharply raising its defense stat. You know? Or, didn't I mention freaking Iron Defense? Yeah, what's the point? I guess they both sharply raise it. Jeez, I'm sorry, guys. I feel like I'm just stumbling around trying to find a reason to use this Pokemon.
I don't know. It's a cool. Its stats are pretty cool. So if you're okay with using a, what's the opposite of a Swiss Army knife?
A knife?
A knife. A army knife Pokemon. You know, through your playthrough, it's not a bad Pokemon to carry through. When you I guess
you can actually get Vanillite. I think you can get it around the 5th or 4th gym, whichever one Clay is, the ground type cowboy gym leader. Yeah, that sounds
right. And there's a little freezer or something.
There's
you
a
can
freezer
walk into.
section. Yeah, I can't remember if he's the 4th or 5th gym leader. You've got the first one from that town. You got Lenora. Who's after her? Elisa.
You remember all the names?
I Black and White in Black and White 2 are my most played Pokemon games.
Dang.
I have played Platinum, different playthroughs, more than I've done playthroughs of the Black and White era, but I have sunk more hours into Black and White 2. I tell you what, you boot up my DS, plug in White 2, it'll tell you I have 999.99 hours in that game.
Oh, wow.
And that happened years ago. I spent so much time in that game.
You almost spent as much time shiny hunting.
Yeah, less. Definitely less. So, one of the coolest parts about this Pokemon being an ice cream cone is that the ideas for alternate forms could be anything.
Soup.
Okay, that's not what I was imagining, but...
It's a big bowl of soup.
So... how is this an alternate form of Vanillite, then? Because Galarian Weezing still looks like Weezing, just with a big hat.
Yeah, it's got a big hat. That's different, and it's a different color.
So how is this still going to look like
instead of having
Vanillite?
a big dollop of... Okay, no, that's a bad idea. Chocolate flavored.
That's what everybody goes for. I always see like a chocolate flavored one. I've seen like a hot fudge variant that's ice fire, which would be really cool.
I feel like Ice Fire needs more cool Pokemon though, and not stupid looking Pokemon.
That really, I don't think technically. How can you even get? You can only get Zen mode Galarian Darmanitan if it has its hidden ability in Sword and Shield. I don't even know if you can get that in. I don't think you can even get that in Scarlet and Violet. You can't catch Galarian Darumaka in Paldea. Or even the Unova Blueberry Academy area. So yeah, one game, Ice Fire exists, and it's still incredibly hard to see. And once you see it, slightly underwhelming.
I think the hot fudge thing would be cool, but I don't know how do you justify half of its body being ice and half of its body being like constantly covered in hot fudge, and it's not just melting. I guess the idea is it's in a constant battle between the hot fudge on its head.
Yes, that's the thing. I mean, whenever you put hot fudge on a real life ice cream cone, I mean, it's not like it instantly incinerates the ice cream and turns it to nothing. And maybe it melts a little bit quicker, but it's still good ice cream.
Okay. I feel like we can go cooler than that though. Maybe like a variant that is like shaved ice and it has different colors for different types.
Like Alchemy. And it has like red, not just the colors, like strawberry, green apple, blueberry.
But I want them to affect its typing, or at least it gets like a different move or ability depending on
like Rotom.
Sure, yeah,
I am down for that. So like you take Rotom or Deoxys to different meteorites or appliances, you can take your shaved ice Vanillite, which would what would its base type be? Would its base type still just be ice?
It's kind of boring, but I feel like it would just be ice.
But with this alternate form, with this variant, you can take it to an ice cream shop. They can pump some liquid flavor on it. And if it's...
I would say that's pretty dumb, but I feel like Pokemon would do it.
I feel like it would have to be like Alchemy. Like, once it's in that form, it's done. You know? That's it.
Or maybe a Mega that's just a big tub of ice cream. Like he's now a cylinder. with a face like, ooh.
Or like one of those cartoon ice cream cones that stacks up to the sky.
Yeah, okay, that after the Dunsparce, I wouldn't put that past them.
Yeah, that'd be very funny. I want to talk more about that idea you had, the shaved ice idea. There's something there. If we can just fix it somehow to where it's not still just solo ice until you do something to it.
Normal ice.
I was just gonna say maybe it's normal ice.
Yeah.
And then
Pretty boring though.
It is, but
Now
that's
it's
the whole
double weak against fighting.
Yes, but that's the whole point of taking it to the ice cream shop. Maybe in like the third town you visit in your Norway region.
Yeah.
There's this frozen ice cream store. Is that a good Norwegian accent?
No. I feel like they wouldn't like that. Shaved ice isn't particularly popular in Norway. They eat softies, soft ice, which is just ice. It's just soft serve ice cream.
This is the sequel to Wolfencock. Softies.
Yeah.
Man, this is a funny language. I've got to learn this language.
What a funny language from these primitive little people. Watch Vinland Saga, man.
Too busy watching Peak. Full Metal Alchemist.
You've already watched it. Why are you watching it again?
Because it's Peak. Can't argue with that.
I can't, but you should also watch Vinland Saga because it's beautiful. It's like Attack on Titan, but more beautiful and less depressing.
So
well, it's horribly depressing, but it's like beautifully depressing.
Yes, I like that. Attack on Titan was horribly depressing.
Yes.
But you get to this third town in this Norway region.
Yeah.
You go to the, what'd you call it? Softie store.
Okay, instead of shaved ice, can we do softies?
Yes.
And because with softies, it's pretty much just Dairy Queen, right? You cover it in different like things, but you know it's really popular to cover it in cocoa powder, or you cover it in I can't remember what else, peanuts. So just different
Grass type?
Sure. I don't know, but you roll it in different like flavorings.
Okay.
And then and there's also a Pokemon that's based off of like a foot-long hot dog with bacon wrapped around it, because that's really popular in Norway too.
Let's do it. That's an alternate form to Earthworm. You can. I'm loving this idea, and you can do so much with it. You know, you can take some creative liberties and do like, okay, some of this is just like a syrup you put on it or something, like a strawberry sauce. But this would
Honestly,
be a really fun idea.
It'd be cool to do that to regular Vanilluxe. We just give Vanilluxe alternate forms.
Has Pokemon ever? They've never done anything like that before.
Where you take like a Pokemon that's already established and just work off of that Pokemon.
Yeah,
I feel like they must have. I mean, it just seems because I don't want them to have to make a new regional variant. I want them to expand on boring just ice type Vanilluxe. Mm-hmm. I feel like that'd be cool to just to finally give it variety, right? Make it cocoa powder and it becomes what did you
ground type
or dark type because cocoa is like dark.
That's true.
Dark chocolate.
That's true. Again, times 4 weakness to fighting. But
well, okay, we're gonna get.
Yeah, I know.
It has what? Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Yeah,
I think that's a really good idea.
New ability or new moves.
Yeah. Let's go with that. That sounds great. That'd
be
super cool.
I like that. And then it fits in the Norwegian theming more.
Yeah. Oh, one day we're gonna build a whole People do that all the time on like YouTube and everything. They build their own homemade regions, draw their own fan-made Pokemon. We should do a Norway region. That'd be cool.
Pokemon capitalism and communism.
Wait, what?
Well, because like it's the whole balance. Ooh, capitalism, communism. People are like, oh, Norway's communist, and the other people are like, actually, it's a mixed market economy. Anyways.
How about we do Pokemon Fish Oil Pill and Pokemon Volvocock?
Okay, yeah, sure. Also, not fish oil pill. They eat like fish oil syrup.
Okay. My bad. There needs to be a fish oil themed Pokemon.
Pokemon Lavaposte and Pokemon Sud.
Sud? What's Sud?
It's like soup from Trondelag. It's soup from the county that I'm from.
Such a silly language.
Shut up.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Norwegians. I love you and your country so much.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Shiny, hey, look at this ice cream cone. Look at this oddly colored ice cream cone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh, we haven't talked about its Okay, it's purple.
It's pink and purple. The white still stays almost the same. It's just tinted.
Yeah.
Slightly tinted a bit of pink.
I still prefer the blue. I really like blue.
The blue fits in. Yeah, the blue fits really nice.
And then it keeps. It honestly looks like it's you just took the Pokemon and now it's in like a sunset shader.
Yeah.
It's like the same Pokemon during a beautiful red sunset.
So I'm looking at the 3D model of Vanilluxe, and it barely changes. It's fine. Then I go back to Gen 5 with the sprites, and it's so much more purple. It looks really good.
That is a lot more purple. Again, 3D did a disservice. I think 3D was great for the vibe of the Pokemon, but
they've got to make sure they have personality. Like we've also talked about this before, but Charizard looks incredible in Gen 9 because they finally gave it some personality.
But it shouldn't have been this long to give Charizard personality when Charizard is shoved down everyone's throat already.
Yep. But, I mean, thankfully, I feel like they gave Greninja a bit more personality out of battle. Ugh, that was awful. You just have to make sure you give these Pokemon, I have to reuse the word, personality. Also, here's Vanilluxe's shiny. It's exactly like Vanilluxe. You could call that purple in a way, but yeah, the sunset filter is correct. Although even its Gen 5 2D sprite isn't that different.
Did they tone down the purple on that? It feels like Vanilluxe is purpler.
Yeah, it does. I do feel like Vanilluxe is definitely. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's definitely purpler.
It might be just deceptive. Maybe our eyes are deceiving us.
I don't think so. They just didn't hand paint shinies back then. So whatever the opposite color spectrum was or whatever. Really? And I guess it was just different enough. All right, Jokum, this is the part of the show where you tell us strategies about Pokemon. Go ahead.
So basically what I would do is with Vanilluxe is I would... Guys, this is a labor of love, Pokemon. You're not putting this on your team because you're trying to be the most strategic. It's probably fine strategy-wise, but it's just Ice type, and it doesn't have a great move pool. Use it because you love it, and it's a good Pokemon. Like, it's not a bad Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's a medium Pokemon. Use it because it's cute. Use it because you like the gimmick of it. You know, maybe you like the evasion. You don't like getting hit.
Yeah.
This is not this is not high level strategy. This is just, guys. You're not gonna have a super hard time if you use it. Just watch out with fighting types, with fire types.
Ice, rock, steel.
Wait, ice is strong against ice?
No, did I say ice?
Yes, you did.
Oops. Fire, fighting, rock, and steel.
Guys, just think about that. It's ice type. It's gonna use its own ice type moves well.
Yeah, very well.
But it's not. Don't go into Pokemon competitions with this thing. Probably.
Here's what I've been doing. I want to do another playthrough of Brilliant Diamond, because Gen 4 is the best ever. Sinnoh is just the best region. But I'm trying to use Pokemon that we've only talked about on this podcast, and I'm trying to make sure their attack or special attack stat isn't base stat isn't above 100. Because I want to use Pokemon that can't steamroll the game. I want to use Pokemon I've never used before.
Yeah.
And so I am planning on using Pokemon like either Glalie or Frostlass or Swalot. I'm going to have Swalot on the team. Lantern. So, I mean, there's no harm in using a Pokemon that maybe its moveset isn't the best. You just have to realize that going in. Because really, ice moves and that one steel move is all it gets. Wait a minute. Yep. I didn't read its egg moves earlier, but yeah, it doesn't get anything else here that I would say is very good. Except for Explosion.
You like Explosion?
No.
Okay.
It's a terrible move.
Yeah.
Don't use it.
Well, I'm sure the strategy to use it, because how much damage does it do?
250.
Yeah, I mean, there's a place, right? If you're fast enough and you know you're gonna die, you're like, well,
yeah, that's actually okay. You want to talk strategies about this Pokemon? Give it Explosion or Self-Destruct, and then if your opponent punches you down to 5 HP, your defense lowers, your speed goes up by 2. Explosion all over them and knock them out. Normal gems still exist, right? Put a normal gem on it just in case that happens.
Normal gem, does that break after use?
Yep. One-time use, but it boosts the power, the type of move you're using once.
I hate one-time. I hate berries and gems because of that.
I know, me too, but I don't know. Maybe if you're...
I would
just
rather
having
it be
fun.
like, I'd rather it be like, oh, one time during battle it's used, and then it has to recharge, like, is like the lore, right? You can only use it once on that Pokemon for one move, and then it doesn't just break. Because I hate the idea that I have to keep... It's the same
Farming
reason
them.
I don't use items in games, is where I don't want to have to think about managing it, and then what happens if my strategy revolves around it, and I run out of them.
Yep.
It's just annoying. I don't want to have to go into my... Like, going into my bag was really annoying in old games.
Yeah.
I feel like they've improved a lot of quality of life.
Oh,
in
absolutely.
Not X and Y, frickin' Scarlet and Violet.
Mm-hmm.
So which makes it easier. But even now, Scarlet and Violet should have let me revive my Pokemon by like.
Yeah,
just,
because
like,
you can
tapping the
heal
button,
you can heal them from there, but you can't revive them for some reason.
You know, I'm trying to heal them because they're dead.
Yeah.
Or fainted.
Jokum, guess what we're doing now?
I assume we're going to be talking about Bulbapedia entries.
That's
'cause no
right.
way would you forget about that.
Because I would never forget about that, and Bulbapedia always brings me so much joy. According to Game Freak, Vanillite and its evolved forms were designed by James Turner.
Who is that?
You don't know James Turner?
No.
James Turner, I think, I could be wrong about this, is the first American man to design Pokemon or be on the Pokemon designing team. That's him. That's his picture.
That's pretty cool.
Wait. He's British.
Oh. Well, that would explain Vanillite's design.
But he designed Braviary and maybe
And?
Garbodor.
And?
Braviary's the American Eagle Pokemon.
And?
I keep smacking the table out of anger.
Braviary's pretty cool. I can't wait for us to talk about Braviary.
Yeah, we've never talked about him.
We definitely have never started a video, gotten halfway through talking about Braviary, and then realized it wasn't recording. Anyways, let's keep going.
Vanillite shares its category with Glaceon. They are both known as the fresh snow Pokemon. Isn't that so cool?
Why would they... Okay.
Vanillite resembles a Castelia cone, Jokum. A Castelia cone!
That's pretty cool. Isn't there a Castelia City somewhere?
Exactly. In Gen 5.
Whoa. Oh, it's saying...
The ice cream is based on the Pokemon.
So they... What came first? It's the Pokemon that came first, and they made the Castelia cone after the Pokemon.
Yes.
So they're
that's what I would
saying that
say.
it's... Are they saying it's based on the cone that was based on the Pokemon?
No, the cone is based on the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are they saying? Oh, that it resembles the cone? That's
Yes.
based off the...
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Okay, I feel like that's just a statement. I mean, yeah, it's a fact.
That's so funny. Origin. Vanillite is based on a soft serve ice cream served in a small cup or a child-sized miniature ice cream cone.
Aw.
It also somewhat resembles a snowball. Vanillite may be a combination of vanilla and light, as in reduced, or possibly delight, as well as stalactite.
Wow.
I would think it's more of a stalagmite, though, because it doesn't hang upside down.
Oh, you're good.
Looks like I'm smarter than the people at Bulbapedia, am
Hey,
I right?
Bulbapedia people. Suck a lemon.
Cerebi for life!
Yeah, Cerebi's just... I like Cerebi better. I think it's just a better... It's a really old-fashioned website, but it works.
All right, talking now about Vanilluxe. Oof, there is not a lot of trivia about Vanilluxe. It gives me the same thing about James Turner and something I didn't read about Vanillite. Vanilluxe and its pre-evolved form, Vanillite, are the only Ice-type Pokemon consisting of a head and a base.
Mind-blowing.
Remember when we talked about Frostlass only consisting of a head and arms?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Vanilluxe is based on a soft serve ice cream, served in an ice cream cone with
Pikachu.
snow for the scoop and ice and ice for the waffle cone.
Pikachu is the only yellow rat Pokemon with a stripe... Without a stripe on its tail? Does it have a stripe on its tail? With a stripe on its tail.
I have so many Pikachus in here. None of their butts are facing me.
Pikachu is the only yellow rat Pokemon.
It has stripes on its back,
On
not
back.
its tail.
Yeah, that's like one of those Mandela effect
It
things.
was definitely a Mandela effect. I thought it had two stripes on its
I'm
tail.
from
as a
another
kid.
universe. Whoa.
Vanilluxe may be a combination of vanilla and delish.
In my universe, the Berenstein Bears were bisexual.
Wait a minute. That was the same for my universe. Oh my
In my
god.
universe, Horsey was named Seahorse.
Okay, I can't wait to talk about Kingdra.
Yeah, Kingdra's pretty cool.
Vanilluxe is the only ice-type Pokemon to consist of multiple bodies. Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
Don't worry,
You're really
that's
blown out of the park with
That's
this.
all there is for trivia. The origin section is extremely long, though.
Oh,
I'm
it's an
sorry.
ice
Wait,
cream
wait,
cone.
wait. I didn't mean extremely long. I meant kind of long.
Okay.
Vanilluxe is based on a soft serve ice cream
dip.
served in an ice cream cone with snow for scoops of ice
Really?
for a waffle cone.
Ah.
Specifically, its double scoop appearance and head appendage resemble a double 99 cone
What?
with a chocolate bar stuck in it.
Where's the chocolate bar?
Right there. That little
That's
little
not a
wafer
chocolate
guy.
bar. That's like a wafer. That's like a Pyroline.
But when it resembles the double 99 cone, it's a little wafer.
okay.
Calling it a chocolate bar is something that the Bulbapedia trivia page shouldn't have done. It's not much of a bar as it is like a
churro.
Yeah, kind of like a little churro. What are those little swirly chocolate?
Pyroline.
Yes, they're like little purulines. The appendage on its head also resembles a wafer straw cookie. Additionally, Vanilluxe has bits of ice on its head that resemble sprinkled nut topping. The cone itself resembles icicles. Duh. Oh, straight from the horse's mouth. According to James Turner, Vanilluxe is also based on American food mascots such as the Pillsbury Doughboy, Grimace, as well as the Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters.
I guess it's kind of that mascotty looking. It kind of looks a little mascotty, like the eyes.
Turner stated that Vanilluxe's design is meant to evoke that blend of cute, goofy, creepy, happy apparent. Evoke that blend of apparent among mascot designs. I think a word was forgotten there, but that's fine. Yeah, fair enough. I can see that. Vanilluxe is maybe a combination of vanilla and deluxe. Nice.
No way.
Also, it's 50-50 gender ratio.
Really? That's refreshing. Remember in the old days when we got so mad that the ratio was like 50.1 to 49.9, and then we realized it was just like
It was
a
just
technicality
a counting
of
error.
like math.random.
Yeah.
No.
Jokum, check out this merch. Look at this onesie that has Vanillite all over it from Pokemon Center's official website.
It's cute. That is pretty cute.
Isn't it, though?
I don't hate that.
I love me a little onesie. I just want to know if it has a butt flap. Dang it, the Pokemon Company was too big a cowards to make a butt flap.
For what? For pooping?
Well, that's what a butt flap is for pooping.
Yep. And farting.
And look at these cute little socks. There's one of Vanillite's
that's
Feel
pretty
and
cute.
Snog.
I wouldn't want that for myself, but if I gave that to Jania, that'd be so cute.
And you gotta get the hat, scarf, and glove combo.
Okay, that's pretty great. Vanillite has good representation.
You gotta get those for Jania.
It's gotta be said. But I don't. Her favorite so far is Clefairy, which is very
pretty
cute.
great. Have you ever shown her Vanillite?
No, I haven't.
Text her right now a picture of Vanillite and ask her what she thinks of that Pokemon. And then, if she likes it, you have to buy the $19.99 scarf, the $16.99 hat, the $14.99 gloves, and the $29.99 socks, and the $59.99 onesie. Oh my gosh, yeah, there's some decent merch here. There is a Sitting Cutie, obviously, sold out on Pokemon Center's website, and there's a Ditto as Vanillite plush, also sold out. People must have really liked that. Hopefully, Jania will respond to Jokum while we're still filming the episode.
I'm sure she will. She sent me a picture of her with like a gumball in her mouth and called herself Ed and Eddie looking at.
Yeah, she does look like... She looks like she has a big old jawbreaker.
Oh, it's a lollipop.
Yeah. She's looks Maxine. Dude. Oh my gosh.
Anyways.
She's risen you up.
Yeah.
All right, look.
I was going to say, Vanilluxe, is there anything there?
Yep, we're looking at Vanilluxe now. His Sitting Cutie is not sold out.
How does he sit?
He doesn't. I guess you got to lean him against the wall.
It'd be kind of cool to get like some kind of ice cream display stand, and then you put the Vanilluxe and Vanillish in their respective orders.
That would be so freaking cute.
Jenny says, makes me want some soft serve. I want to eat it.
So you got, but does she like it? Does she think it's cute? Because if she does, you have to buy her each one of those accessories.
Yeah, I definitely will.
And then
we're gonna buying merchandise.
And then the next time Jania and I film a YouTube video together, she'll be wearing it to prove you did it.
Sure.
The Vanilluxe Sitting Cutie is not sold out on Pokemon Center's website.
Would you get it?
Yes.
Okay.
But not now.
All right.
Because I do not have a lot of money.
Would you like some?
Yes, please.
No, I gotta spend all mine on Janina.
That's fine. That's totally worth it. What'd you say?
She says, pretty cute, but also a hair away from being creepy.
Like James Turner envisioned, meant for little Vanillite to be.
Okay, yeah.
See? Mascots. Cute,
Yeah.
goofy, creepy, and happy.
But I don't have to buy her anything.
Ask her if she wants the merch. Okay, you don't have to
anyway.
don't do that. Jokum, would you Google Vanillite for me so we can get this over with?
Well, we're talking about the fun part?
I think so. We're talking
All
about
right.
the least fun part.
Well, first off, I'm going to look up Vanilluxe. You weirdo.
Oh, yes. Good point. We've been saying Vanillite so much.
All right, here we go. Scroll.
Jokum, but what are we actually doing here?
All right, this is the part of the show, if this somehow is your first episode, where we look up the name of the Pokemon, and I scroll until we find some interesting fan art.
Fan art from
Typically
weirdos.
from Fur Affinity.
See, look at that fan art right there with it being red. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Although I don't like that design nearly as much as some others I've seen, but... Or look. Oh, no, where'd it go? Right there. No, to the left.
This?
Right, no, to the one more.
This one.
Right there. That picture is of like an ice bowl with 3 different flavors of ice cream in it, all little Vanilluxe, and it's adorable. All right, guys, I think we're gonna stop it here because
I have faith that you can reach the end. Oh, I love a Corfish plush.
Yeah, Corfish.
There's
is
a
pretty
random
cute.
Corfish plush. Oh my gosh, Fur Affinity, you've let me down yet again. I guess it doesn't have many like body parts to work with. It's not like Luxray where it has. What was it? Who had the feet? Who was just a bunch of feet pics? Lucario? Wailord had feet pics.
Yep.
Wait, yeah, they could have added feet to Vanilluxe.
But they didn't, and I'm happy that they didn't.
Hey, a Game Grumps.
Wait, yeah, I was gonna say that's the Game Grumps guy as a Vanillite.
That's pretty cute. Anyways.
Anyway, since this horrible part is over, we get to move on.
Ooh, here it goes.
This is the part of the show where the boys discuss how edible the pocket monsters that we focused on won't belong. Turn up and come along to the segment of the show.
Yes, indeed. It is that part of the show where we talk about wholesome matrimony, yummy
In my tummy.
on my tummy, and every man's fantasy.
Marrying an ice cream.
Oh, or marrying an ice cream cone.
cone. This isn't very high on the list.
No, it's an ice cream. It's okay. Hold on. It's better than the mole.
I'm shocked you said that.
Yeah, because it's not a little mole creature.
You didn't put you gave Glalie like a 1.
Yeah, it's just a big angry head. This is a happy head.
I think did you rank Frostlass lower than the
Wait,
mole?
Glalie is like lore-wise an a-hole. Frostlass, no way did I put Frostlass? No, Frostlass must have been a little higher than a
yeah,
mole
she
because
had to have been.
vaguely feminine beats
Yeah.
out mole.
Yeah.
Vaguely feminine and not an animal beats mole.
Okay, I think Vanilluxe. Okay, but
Okay,
again, I'm gonna bring
no hand to hold.
It has little icicles.
That's pretty cute. Not cuddly in bed because it's gonna be.
And I was gonna say during Glalie, Frostlass, and Regice, you talked about how all of them too cold to keep inside.
Yeah, but their thing was like really falling snow.
Falling snow. It's literally fresh falling
but this
snow.
thing-
It can breathe negative 58 degrees.
But it's got like a better personality. I wish I had the chart in front of me so I could put it
We
relative.
haven't even made the chart.
I know.
Oh, we've got to make the chart so I can like
Yeah.
upload that every week. Give this 5 stars if you want to see the chart.
I'm thinking it's got to be higher than the mole. I hate that mole. I hate that darn mole.
I'll give it a 3.5.
I'll give it a 3.5 too.
Yeah.
No, a 3.3.
3.4. Take it or leave it.
3.3.
Okay, 3.4.
All right. Anyways.
Gajinka. It's cute. She loves ice cream. Oh, how do you think the 2 heads represents itself? Does she have schizophrenia?
No, they're both happy, so I I don't think the two heads take. Oh, how do you account the no arms? It's just a design choice. It's not. I don't think the two heads comes into play much.
Okay.
She doubly loves ice cream.
There it is.
That's cute.
Maybe she works in an ice cream truck and she gives ice cream to kids.
Oh, that's so cute. I like that.
Nice.
See, that's the thing. Vanilluxe has such a friendly-looking disposition where it's like, okay, it's not like Glalie where they're an a-hole.
Yeah, you're right.
Or Frostlass where they're like manipulative and kill men, or are just mean to men. They're just cool. They're chill, literally.
Oh, this guy.
I think Kajinka Vanilluxe is a successful marriage.
And now that we've had this successful marriage, let's eat it.
Yeah, let's eat.
Okay, so let me just say something. Again, I keep bringing this up, but during the Glalie and Frostlass episode, you talked about turning those two Pokemon into snow cones, and you said it was like a 5. I thought you were crazy. This Pokemon
is already
completely different story.
All right.
This ice isn't dirty and surrounding a rock. This ice isn't possessed by ghostly spirits. This is just
first off,
snow
I would waft away the
ice.
Ghostly spirit after shredding it.
This is pure ice.
Yeah.
I think it would make delicious snow cones.
Yeah, probably really pure.
But with that being said, can we really rank, as far as food, a satisfying food, can we really rank snow cones that high?
It's water. It's like, I would rank a glass of water as 5, right? It's not, I love a good glass of water.
I love water so much. It's my favorite beverage. But I don't count that as it being a good thing to eat.
It's a great thing to eat.
If I'm dying in the middle of the woods and a Vanilluxe comes floating by, I'm still dead.
No, you're going to be like, oh, great, I have got more time to find food because now I have water, because you need water before you need food.
But I already had plenty of water.
Also, now a Pokemon just went by. You could probably befriend it because of Pokemon logic, and it will now help you to get out of the woods.
I give this Pokemon a 4 on the edible scale. I simply can't give snow cones.
You get more wonderful water out of it. I think it's a 5.2 because now it's better ice.
We argued for this so long
and we don't need to.
during Glalie and Frostlass. I'm not bothering
you
this time.
and this ice. You're very defensive about ice type. Reggie Ice.
I am extremely defensive about eating.
We need to
ice
talk
types,
about that later.
I think it's extremely.
You're combative
boring.
and you don't fit this company's...
Jokum, you're hurting me. Stop.
You don't fit the company's image.
Okay. Dead. I don't think it's an immediate, like, I can't do it.
Barehanded, I'm not. My hand's going to get too cold.
Well, yeah, no, okay. Even if we could dig all the snow off the top, our bare hands can't do anything to the ice.
How big is Vanilluxe?
Oh, thank you for the reminder. I wanted to do that.
Because my theory is that I can run up to it, grab it, and smash it on the ground.
Oh, I don't feel like it's going to stay in your hands. I feel like it can easily, like... get out from your hands.
Because it is just sort of floating.
And it does have a pretty high defenses. Guess how tall Vanilluxe is.
Okay, from cone tip to little dollop.
This is so cute.
I'm guessing 4 feet.
4'3". It is 4'3".
Heck yeah.
And it weighs 126.8 pounds.
That's 126 pounds of ice crashing to the ground when I grab it and thrust it.
But I think it's a little heavy for you to grab and throw around over your head.
No, I mean, it's floating, so I'm just going to grab it and push it down.
Okay, but that's assuming you can actually get to it.
Because it does have ranged... Canonically, it's a ranged attacker.
Yes, and it's 79 speed, which is a lot faster than you and I.
I haven't been running lately, so
your speed stat is decreased.
I know. I've been training my attack stat. Okay, I think there's a good 5% if I'm unarmed. Because it is faster than me, though.
Honestly, I think it's 0 unarmed.
Maybe I should go 0. I'm not crazy.
But with a metal bat,
yeah.
There is a chance we could nick it. Once its ice is cracked, it's going to be a lot easier to break fully.
Yeah, I think 25% with a bat, because what's going to happen is it's going to be blowing at me, and I'll be strafing side to side, and then I'm going to crack one of its little heads, hopefully, and then I'm going to try to crack the other head. I'm going to try to crack it down so its little face is just facing forward, because all of its ice comes out of its mouth, from what it seems. So if I just get it on its faces...
Although, if it does use the move Blizzard, I think it's probably just summoning a Blizzard. But semantics. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I agree. I think one swift hit with the bat, the rest it gets easier and easier. You know.
Yeah.
The hardest part is going to be getting that first hit.
Yeah.
20. I like 25%.
Yeah. With prep time, all I need is a shotgun. All I need is a shotgun and some buckshot, and it's going down.
You're still not even acknowledging Jim's Flamethrowers Are Us, which had a different name a few weeks ago.
I love that they keep changing their name. I don't think a flamethrower is gonna. I think getting it done. You got to do it. Get it done quick, right? Just a shotgun. This is America. We can get our hands on a shotgun.
I don't know. Every Pokemon could be taken down with a shotgun.
Yeah, not every. I couldn't take down a Tyranitar with a shotgun.
That's fair.
Yeah.
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 Jokum, do you have better opinions on this ice cream cone than you used to?
Honestly, yes. I used to hate this Pokemon so much, but now I don't as much.
Predator handshake right over the mic. Dang it.
Ow.
Yeah.
The first time we missed somehow.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for listening to this episode. Man, I don't think we're going to quite break an hour, but I am so happy we talked about Vanilluxe for so freaking long. If you enjoyed this episode, please rate it 5 stars. And hey, I think Spotify allows you to just comment below the podcast now.
Yeah, do that.
Please, comment. Let us know your opinions on
Tell Frank
Vanilluxe.
something horrible.
Tell me something that'll make me happy.
No, tell Frank what your darkest secrets.
Actually, I will take that. Tell me your darkest secret.
Tell Frank your darkest secrets in all of our comment sections on every platform.
Yes, please. Speaking of every platform, if you want more Pokemon, I do have a YouTube channel. It's called Let's Be Frank. And every single week I post a new video, whether it's about Pokemon or maybe other things like Legos. Or sometimes I cook. I love cooking on this channel. Or I do reviews. I have reviewed practically every single Monster Energy drink in existence. And it has killed me every single time. If you find interest in that, go to Let's Be Frank. And if you want more Jokum, he's also on there. Yeah. We have a little series to do on the channel called Taboo Foods, where we cook odd, strange foods, stuff people wouldn't typically eat.
In America.
Whatever. But, Jokum, what's some of the stuff we've cooked before?
My brain always goes to bull testicles.
That's
meat cookies, mussels and Alfredo, which is the peak.
Yes, mussels and Alfredo was delicious. We grilled fruit. There's so much fun stuff we've done. That channel is full of fun stuff. And with all that,
you might even be on it right now.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's a good point. If you're listening to this on YouTube, hello. Thank you for listening. I love you.
Personally, we love you, truck driver.
We love you.
I hope you're still listening.
Gary.
His name's Gary?
I don't know.
Okay.
Hopefully there's a Gary listening. This has been your Certified Poke Moment.